Evening, Captain Bill. It's your first time aboard the Sultana. You think you can handle her?
Well, now, you stick to your gambling, Yancy, and I'll handle the boat.
You ready to shove off?
Full load, full passenger list, full moon. Never have a better night for it.
Yancy! Yes! Wait a minute, wait!
Get off this dock, you little snatch puss. I'll have some of the boys
Just
throw
simmer down, Captain. Jody happens to be an old friend of mine.
Well, thank you, Yance.
And keep your hands in your own pockets and we'll all be more comfortable. Now, what's the trouble?
Well, come here, Yance. The administrator's thrown a friend of yours in the jug.
Oh?
I've been looking everywhere for you, Yance, until Madame Francine told me that you were leaving for Virginia City, Nevada.
That's right. I found a new vein in my little silver mine up there. Now, who's in the calibers?
The little Chinese girl who runs the Sazerac restaurant.
Miss Mandarin?
Her.
You no time to help anyone, Yancy. The Sultana sails in 10 minutes.
She sent word to find you and ask for help.
What's the charge?
Smuggling opium.
Opium?
Uh-huh.
Hold the boat, Captain.
Doggone it, Yancy. We can't just hold the boat.
That's an order. Let's go, Jim.
I do not know exactly. It is all very strange to understand. This afternoon, I received a shipment of Chinese fireworks.
What for?
The Chinese New Year is very close at hand, so I imported them from San Francisco for the celebration. My own Tong cousin Han Li sent them to me by clipper ship around the Horn.
Certainly nothing illegal about that.
No sooner had the consignment reached the Sazerac than Captain Fry and the Secret Service men arrested me and seized the fireworks.
What the devil's going on here? I distinctly told
tell
you.
me she was supposed to be held incommunicado, Mr. Administrator.
Clear everybody out of here. And that includes Mr. Derringer.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Colton, how much is the young lady's bail?
I don't want you interfering in this, Yancy.
Why not?
This is not a local crime. It's national. It's under the jurisdiction of the Department of the Treasury.
I repeat, Mr. Colton, how much is the young lady's bail? Or would you rather that I obtained a writ of habeas corpus to secure her release?
Her bail has been set at $5,000.
Consider it paid.
Thank you, Yancy. I'll repay you.
Do you realize the serious nature of the charge against this young woman?
I realize that this young woman is incapable of swatting a fly. And if you're going to try to prove to me that she's smuggling opium, you got a long way to go.
Turnkey, you will release Miss Mandarin on her own cognizance.
Yes, Mr. Administrator.
Yancy, I want to see you in my office immediately.
I'm sorry, Mr. Colton. I'm already late for the Sultana. I'm on my way to Virginia City.
If you want to help Miss Mandarin, you'll be there. Otherwise, bail or no bail, she'll be back in prison by the time you get back from Nevada.
All right, Mr. Colton.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Administrator. Sorry, sir.
Go ahead, light them.
You sure the guard outside won't think I'm trying to assassinate you?
Hardly. Surprised, Mr. Derringer? As you will note, they're all very quiet indeed.
Opium.
Very astute. This shipment was delivered to Miss Mandarin from a Chinese importing house in San Francisco, the Green Dragon. She has a cousin. His name is Han Li. He is an owner of the company. He shipped them to her. The picture is plain.
Well, not plain enough.
For several months, opium has been smuggled into San Francisco from the Orient. Someone is selling it to the various Chinese settlements, mostly to the Chinese workers on the Central Pacific. It's a vast conspiracy. Miss Mandarin is part of that conspiracy.
You're wrong, Mr. Colton. Goodbye.
Where are you going?
Well, I was going to Virginia City, but I think I'll overshoot it and land in San Francisco. I haven't been there in a long time.
Keep in touch.
I will if you keep her free.
As long as is legally possible. I can't postpone that trial indefinitely.
Well, there won't be a trial.
Everything all right, Yance?
No.
Yancy, I can never thank you.
Mei Ling, you're still in big trouble, but I want you to do something for me. Send a telegram to your Tong cousin, Hong Li, in San Francisco. Explain to him the plight that you're in, and tell him that I'm coming to help you.
Hold on. Now, wait a minute, Yance. If his skirts ain't clean, you're begging for a hatchet in the head.
My cousin is a most honorable gentleman.
Honorable enough to stake Yancey's neck on?
Yes, Mr. Barker.
Mei Ling, just do as I ask. And Jody, I want Bourbon Street to watch Mei Ling while I'm gone.
Said and done.
Suffering catfish, Yancy, is this boat ever gonna sail? Or shall I transfer the cargo to the railroad?
Shove off, Captain. Good evening.
We are honored.
I've come to see Han Li on a matter of great importance.
Han Li is not home. I would be happy to serve you.
My name is Yancy Derringer.
Han Li has gone away. He's not here. He won't be here.
Well, I'm afraid you've made a mistake, haven't you, Miss?
I'm called Ruby.
And far prettier than one.
Han Li will see you. I offer my humble apologies.
Welcome to San Francisco, Mr. Derringer.
Han Li?
I have here a telegram to reassure you of the fact. As you will notice, it is from my cousin in New Orleans.
Is you aware that your cousin is in great trouble?
Yes?
Han Li, I hope that you'll allow me to skip the usual politeness.
It will be understood.
You sent a shipment of fireworks to Miss Mandarin, Mei Ling. Well, it contained opium. Now, she's under arrest in New Orleans. Yet you in San Francisco here are as free as a bird.
It is a puzzle easily solved. When the fireworks left this poor establishment, they contained no opium. There is no case against me.
Surely the authorities didn't just take your word for that.
Mr. Derringer, I have been in business a long time. I am not a stupid man. Before I made the shipment, I had it thoroughly inspected by the authorities. It held no opium when it left this poor establishment.
Well, exactly when and where was the switch made?
That is a puzzle not so easily solved.
Well, exactly what happened to the shipment after it left here?
Mr. Derringer, he who knows little lives long.
Yes, and he who quotes Chinese proverbs avoids answers.
Will you take tea, sir?
Well, on what ship did you send the stuff? Well, I can find out in the records.
The South Wind. Will you take tea, sir?
Some other time. Oh, by the way, your cousin is alive and well, despite the fact that you've neglected to ask.
My humble apologies.
And she also said that you were an honorable gentleman.
Most kind of her.
Well, I'll tell her that she's wrong on both counts. Good night.
Mr. Derringer, sir, please be careful. You are in great danger. You must leave Chinatown at once.
Sorry, it's my fault.
Well, now, it sure enough was your fault.
I'm in a hurry.
I ain't. Matter of fact, I'm looking for a fight. if you wasn't such a little fella, I'd have picked you. It's one of the troubles of my life. When I feel like a good, clean fight, ain't anyone around my size to fight with. And it ain't sporting to go picking on midgets.
Oh, no.
That's the best advice I heard tonight. Let's get out of here fast.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Safe enough now. Let's take a breath.
Thanks for what you did back there.
Look, little fella, let me give you a piece of my mind because it seems like you need it. If you go back into Chinatown again, they'll skewer you like a water chestnut and peel you like a lychee nut. Those were Tong men on your trail. What have you done to them?
Ask some wrong questions.
Fella, don't even ask the right ones down there. You must be a stranger in town.
From New Orleans, my name's Yancy Derringer.
Never heard of you.
This is Pahu Katiwa, wolf who stands in water.
Never heard of him either. My name's Blackjack Benson.
Well, I've never heard of you either.
Never heard of Blackjack Benson? Why, you little greenhorn, everybody in San Francisco knows about me. And them as has it will.
Well, what are you, a prize fighter?
No, I'm a highwayman. Robbed the stages between here and the Comstock. Only reason you ain't heard of me is because I never been caught.
Blackjack, you're a liar.
Listen, little fella, I may not always tell the truth, but I never tell a lie. Now, you gonna buy me a drink for saving your neck back there?
All right, you name the place.
Only one place, little fella. The Jezebel down on the Barbary Coast.
Let's go.
You've been wasting your time, Blackjack. Those two blockheads over there have been beating each other up for 20 minutes and nobody can stop it. Now get in there and break it up.
Miss Jessie, I'm always breaking up
never
those
mind,
breaks.
Dad. Look
The
at them.
folks are
They're
gonna
killing
think
each
I'm a
other.
big
Never
bully.
mind. Go on now.
I'd be pleased to stop it, ma'am.
You? They get blood all over those fancy clothes of yours. Now go on, Blackjack. Hurry up.
Easy, little fella. That's Spike Flaherty, champion spike driver of the Central Pacific. Bull Fist, champion rock crusher of the Sacramento Mines.
Be my pleasure.
Well, I hope you got the address where to ship the remains.
Come on. Oh, gentlemen. Now, Miss Jessie has asked me to ask you if you'd please stop this brawling. And I said that I would. So, shall we call it a draw?
Oh, no. It ain't gonna be a draw.
That's right. Now, wait a minute. Hold it. Would you kindly hold my hat?
Hey, thanks, dude. Done like a man.
Well, it's my pleasure, Miss Jessie.
And I'm glad to see you're bringing a higher class of people into the Jezebel, Blackjack.
Like I tried to tell you, this little fella's Yancy Derringer. His Indian's named Pahu. This is Miss Jessie Bell.
Well, you're both welcome. Make yourself at home, Yancy. The drinks are on the house.
Hey! Bottle of the best, barkeep, and don't get stingy or I'll get generous.
Is that a poker game over there?
Certainly is. Care to set in?
Be my pleasure.
Well, you join them, and I'll watch to see who palms the aces.
Alex. Alex.
Here. Fong is over there.
So sorry, Miss Jessie. He got away.
You mean Derringer?
Yes, he means Derringer.
He killed one of my men. He's a very dangerous man.
And I'm a very dangerous woman, Fong. You remember that. One more slip from you and you'll be breathing water at the bottom of the bay.
Where's he now?
He's in the Jezebel.
That's too close for comfort. You'd better let me handle this my way.
Fong, have these bales all been inspected?
Yes.
Start taking them out to the west wind.
Yes, Miss Jessie.
The game is getting tight, Alex. I wouldn't like to see Mr. Derringer's smiling face in the morning. That is, unless his eyes were permanently shut.
I'm a sucker for sentiment myself.
Well, I'll just have to call you, Captain Brown.
3 little mermaids.
Beats my 3 nines.
How goes the battle, Mr. Derringer?
Being scuttled.
He's a good loser, though.
Yeah, it's just my night to be second best.
Well, I'll get you something to keep your courage up with.
Thank you, Miss Jessie.
One thing I'll say for you, though. You just had a little bad luck. You're a pretty good poker player for a dude.
Well, I'm no dude, Captain. I'm a boat owner like yourself. I have a riverboat on the Mississippi called the Sultana.
Oh, the Sultana. I've seen her down in New Orleans.
Oh, you sail down that way?
Sure, round the Horn. Miss Jessie's got one of her boats down there now, the South Wind.
Miss Jessie. I didn't know that she was a boat owner.
Yeah, we got 2 of them, South Wind and West Wind.
Miss Jessie might think you talk too much, Captain.
That's no skin off of my nose, Blackjack. She just don't blow the whistle for me like she does for some.
Now, look.
I'll open.
Make a drink for Mr. Derringer. Sort of a nightcap, so he'll sleep well. Better make one for me, too, to look good. Without the trimmings.
Had enough, little fella?
No, I think I'll try one more. My luck's bound to change.
Let's try some 5-card stud.
Fine.
Please. Please. You understand English. You tell Mr. Derringer for me. If they know I tell, they'll kill me. They'll put me on the boat and throw me overboard. The Han Lee that you and Mr. Derringer saw, he's not the real Han Lee. His name is Fong. He's a bad man. I don't understand. But you tell Mr. Derringer, Honorable Gentleman Han Lee is dead. They've killed him.
Jack of spades, 6 of hearts. Pair of kings. Pair of aces.
Aces bet.
Bet 100.
Well, I see your luck is changing, Mr. Derringer. Let's drink to it.
Would you join us?
Oh, thank you.
No help to Captain Brown, no help to the dealer. Aces check. 200. 2 pair or 3 kings, Captain?
I'll call.
A drink for your luck.
Well, let me show you the way we do it in New Orleans. Down the hatch to my luck. Well, go ahead. It isn't poison, is it?
Ace is still high.
500.
You've been sitting back on me all the way?
Oh, 500 will show you.
I'll call you.
3 aces.
And me with 3 kings.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. I don't feel too well.
It's all right, folks. The dude just drank a little bit too much. First time on Barbary Coast. Get him some air, Alex.
Keep out of this, Indian.
Can I help, Miss Jessie?
No, Blackjack. Let the Indian help us, Alex. Take him into the warehouse shack. Now get over there and sit down. All right, Alex. Get some rope and tie him up. Weight him with ballast and dump him in the bay.
Willie.
They've been transferring the proof seals from this consignment on the dock to the other bales in the shack. Then they'll start dropping them into the bay and loading the other stuff aboard the ship.
And they're definitely loading the opium into the Quiet Firecrackers in the shack before a shipment.
A cinch.
And we can't wait anymore. That fool Derringer's in there with the Pawnee. They may not have much time.
Let's bust in.
First, fireworks.
What's the matter with you?
I don't know. I feel it. He switched the drinks. He gave me the knockout.
No. Don't kill me. I talk.
You all right, little fella?
I'm fine. Who's that?
Well, that's my baby brother. That's Wee Willie Benson.
Baby brother?
Nice meeting you alive, Mr. Derringer.
It's my pleasure.
Little fella, you almost broke 2 months of patient work on this case wide open.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
We were afraid you'd scare him off before we locked the evidence.
Blackjack, I know that you rob stagecoaches between here and the Comstock. Don't you do something else? Something that's got more of an air of the truth to it?
Willie and I are special investigators for the Customs Department.
There's at least 2 tons of those Quiet Firecrackers in the storeroom back there.
Get the picture, little one?
Well, as I figure it, they imported the original ton of firecrackers. And they just keep using the same old ton of firecrackers to get new seals.
Smuggled in over 5 tons of opium, using the old firecrackers for their inspection seals. Just like you switched those drinks.
Oh, she'll just have a bad head.
She's gonna have a stretched neck. All right, Willie, let's clean up in here. And then Yancy's gonna buy us a drink. Right, little fella?
Right.
Come on, let's move.
All right.